Okay, so Starbreeze have just announced a brand new community event for Payday 3 that I actually think is going to be quite fun, but before we talk about that, I have something to announce myself. You may have seen this on the channel's community tab, or if you follow me over on Twitter, but this week I joined the Starbreeze Partner program. I'm sure I'll dive into exactly what that means for the channel and the future of my content at some point in a video on its own, but for now I wanted to mention it, not only to say thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing and supporting the channel, but also to let you know that in celebration of this new batch of partners, I'll be joining PD Lucky over on his Twitch channel shortly after this video goes live. The link to his channel is in the description of this video, so head over to Twitch, and if we aren't live already, we will be soon. Now, onto the Mask Mania event. This event sees the addition of 4 new masks to the game, or at least it could, because it's actually all down to us. You see, each of these masks is tied to 2 heists, and the way we unlock these masks is by stealing certain amounts of loot from each heist. I can imagine that closer to the time we'll be given a set value of the amount of loot we have to steal for each heist, or at least each heist pair, because of course every heist in the game has a different total loot available, and so it would be a little bit odd to not see that reflected in the goal, but who knows, Starbreeze are trying to make this hard for us, as we'll get onto in a minute. Of course, this is a community-wide goal, it's not just every heister for themselves, we've got to work together here, and I prefer this to simply having it being tied to heist completions, as that way you'd be best off playing on normal difficulty and just grinding through the heists as many times as you can, which probably wouldn't be too fun, but instead, as the goals are going to be tied to what we take away at the end of a heist, we're going to be incentivized to try heists on harder difficulties and secure as much loot as we can with each run. Now for the masks themselves. The following mask is linked with the following heists. The Gearhead Grudge is tied to 99 boxes and Road Rage. Cut Ice is tied to Dirty Ice and Touch the Sky. Disco Molly is tied to Rock the Cradle and Under the Surface, and the Shakedown Shark is tied to No Rest for the Wicked and Golden Shark. I think all of these masks look fantastic, and considering that the event is running from July 16th to July 21st, which is only 1 week, we really are going to have to work as a team to get them, because from the way Starbreeze have described it, this isn't going to be a particularly easy goal. We're likely to get 2 of them, but with the current player numbers, we're going to need some help getting the others. But of course, at the end of the day, if we're only really likely to be getting 2 of them, that means you've got to pick a side. Which mask are you going to be going for? Let me know in the comments section down below, because I personally am team Cut Ice. Myself, the Noli, and Mario in a top hat, we're the Starbreeze partners that are going to be representing the Cut Ice mask, and we've kind of dubbed ourselves the Cut Ice Carltons. So don't forget that the Cut Ice Carltons need you to play some Payday 3 and specifically Dirty Ice and Touch the Sky. So become a Cut Ice Carlton today, and then maybe when we're done, we can go and help some of the other teams with their silly little masks. But in all seriousness, we definitely need to get all of these masks unlocked, otherwise they'll be stuck behind the hardcore challenges system, so we may as well get them early. Of course, there are no freeloaders here. If you want the masks, then you need to earn them. These masks will only become available to those of you who participate in the event. So you're going to want to make sure that you play Payday 3 at least for a couple heists between the 16th and the 21st of July. And something that's very important to remember is that if you have telemetry disabled, you're going to have to turn that on so that you can participate within the event. Of course, you're more than welcome to turn it off again after. When the event goes live on July 16th, we'll be able to track our progress as a community over on the Mask Mania page of the Payday 3 website. I'll leave a link to that in the description of this video. And one final point on the topic of this event, while obviously there's been no word about anything other than the masks, these Favicons look incredible, and they're the little tabs that you click through to see the different masks. I love their design, and who knows, maybe these could wind up as stickers someday. I think that would be really cool. This week's blog post goes over the conceptualization of this event and is a pretty interesting read. Next week's blog post will be taking a look at the upcoming consumable system, and seeing that the blog post says that the eagle-eyed amongst us will have already seen a couple of sneaky previews in past videos, I'm pretty sure this is what the extra HUD slot we saw in the Boys in Blue reveal was all about. And of course, last week we learned about the next gadget coming to the game, as well as some more of the plans for this month. So click the video on screen now to learn more about all of that, and I'll see you in the next video.